it's kind of fucked up to think, but you know, Mike, what you could do is if you don't want to be with this chick, you could wait to, like, do something that would upset her until I'm there, and I could swoop in and be like, hey, come cry on my shoulder, miss.
I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, it'd probably hurt her a lot less, you know what I mean?
Because I'd swoop in and be like, hey.
Yeah. Did you just fucking swoop? Goddamn right I did.
Swoop on me? Goddamn right I did. You know, like, you're beautiful.
She'd be buckling at her knees.
I mean, if she's into me as much as she is, she'd definitely be. Then again, I guess my philosophy for that shit has failed in the past.
And the two.
What? No, I'm sorry. Repeat what you just said. You cut out a fuck ton. That entire fucking whatever you've been doing.
I said that. I said that sentence with complete sincerity and confidence to you guys, and I can continue doing that because I know how to sound sincere.
What sentence?
Goddamn right, I just swooped because you're beautiful.
Yep. But fucking.
I have no doubt in believing you.
Yep. My
Thank you very
Then
much.
again, I guess
do
my
think
philosophy
of
like
myself
that
as
has
like
failed in the past. But then again, it was just a really
Well, see,
shitty
here's
person
the
to hook
thing,
you up
dude.
with, because it was Alina.
I was the kid who, when he went to the only year of high school that he went to, which is not until he accepted the GED, got turned down by. That's funny. So I failed a lot until I figured it out. That's the thing. I failed a lot.
You know, the advice you're giving me, people would pay top much money. You know.
I've told him that. I told him that 3 years ago, dude. And he's like, yeah, but why charge
Write
for
a
basic
book,
knowledge?
Honestly. Why should I charge for something that every single... I mean, I could charge, and Michael over here owes over $3,000 for... Well, actually more than that now for all my services and stuff, but I don't charge him because he's my friend.
I mean, well, I've already paid you $400 out of that $3,000, so, like, come on.
Yeah, but, you know, you made... work out for the doppelganger.
Wait. What doppelganger?
One from a couple nights ago that I had to make lovely energy shield around your car for so you didn't get shredded.
That wasn't a doppelganger, that was a gray man.
Oh, wait, sorry, wrong one. There's the doppelganger.
Huh. I have no idea where the fuck it would be.
Corey.
Corey? Did you just straight up say my supervisor's name? That would make sense because 3 years ago, I guess Corey wasn't a fucking asshole or whatever. Everybody loved him. Yeah, and that actually makes a lot of sense because the fucker would look at me as if I was a goddamn demon. I'll be the fucking demon for a goddamn doppelganger. I don't give a fuck.
The funny thing is, I have this. See, the thing is, my if you like slowly lost interest and kind of moved out, I moved in with that kind of like that, it would just be seamless. But at the same time, I prefer, you know, to have some of that sadness and void
To fill.
figuratively.
Yeah. Because I've had that void, and you were around. I had that void for years, man. Even before I met you, I had that fucking void in my goddamn heart that I had no idea how to. No, because after you met me, or after I met you, I still had that void for 3 years.
Touch the dark spot inside you.
Lord help me, I feel violated. I feel violated. Help, I'm being molested.
The only way you should feel violated is if I said something like, I touched your asshole. Then you can...
Okay, molestation, someone help, 911. 911.
See, here's the thing. I can say those things too with complete confidence. And
9/11
sincerity.
was an inside job.
Why would you say those things with complete confidence and sincerity to a man?
Because it doesn't affect me. Because I'm completely found on my masculinity. I'm masculine.
The reason I can say 9/11 was an inside job with complete confidence is because, kids, guess what?
I like vagina.
No, I was going to explain from 9/11. That works too.
I can say
The way
things
it-
like, I touched your asshole. Because I know I like women. And I can say that in the face of me.
The thing about 9/11 is the tower wouldn't have felt like it did. The plane hit it.
Actually, my dad, who's an architect who helped build buildings similar to that, especially even at that time because he was an architectural designer, did say and calculate the heat that it would be burning at because of the jet fuel and how that collapses because the beams buckled because the beams were not built correctly and not in the center. Then the actual thing that happens is that jet fuel can burn through steel beams and it will because of the heat it burns at and the continuousness that it burns at. And the plane exploded because there was C4 on the plane. So...
9/11.
And also,
was
if
an inside
9/11 wasn't, if also 9/11 was an inside job, then the Pentagon and the White House would have blown up because there was 2 other planes going to the Pentagon and the White House, but they got crashed into a field.
Or maybe they just diverted it to make it look like it wasn't an inside job.
You know, we have a black box of recordings and security footage of it showing the people killing the terrorist members and then making the decision to turn the autopilot off and crash it into the ground.
Why didn't they just fucking like find someone that could land the plane somewhere else?
Because the pilots were all dead and the autopilot was set to hit the White House and stuff.
Well, if you
And
turn the
way to
autopilot
stop it
off, all you
was-
gotta do is grab the fucking joystick and pray.
That is not true. It is way more complicated.
I know it's
than
way more
joystick.
complicated than that, but if you
Because
fucking
there's the 4 pedals on the floor, then there's all the dials, then there's the throttle
just slam
on the
your
right and the
fucking
left
foot
side,
sideways into all 4 of the fucking pedals at once and pray.
and that'll drive the plane straight.
And my question is, why the fuck does a plane have pedals in the goddamn first place?
Because
Why do you need a gas
the
pedal?
stick-
Why do you need a gas pedal
Because
for a
the
fucking
stick
flying
controls
vehicle?
where the stick controls the back wing, the back tail that controls the nose control where the wings are pitched to be able to turn the plane.
You know
If you
too
just
much
had it
about
all with
planes.
I know too much about a lot of things because I had a lot of free time.
I want to
My
go
name's
flying.
Dan, and you're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Well, let me take you back to the summer of '93.
You're probably wondering how I know all these things. It all started back in 2004 when I could comprehend words and my dad sat me down in front of a stack of textbooks and told me to read them all, memorize them, memorize the importances of them, and then when I was 8 years old had me do a giant quiz on all of them, and then had me read more books and more books and more books and more books. And by the age of 13 I knew how to disassemble and reassemble ammo on Abrams 10.
Mignano, shoot self in head.
Michael, I just want you to know that you are a fucking interrupting cunt.
I was
and
standing.
that nobody loves you.
I was standing on a cliff with a grenade in my hand.
Well, I was in the middle of explaining something, and then all of a sudden...
Well, I'm sorry, but I was on Pride Rock. I was on Pride Rock, and I had an opportunity for a great joke, so I took it.
Yeah, what